All right. Me first. Go ahead. Wait. I had something in my head. Damn it. Fucking shit. Oh. No, I'm not going to talk about that. That's okay. I'm good. I got enough. Yep. There we go.
W's and L's, the weekly recap show where we give a dub to the things that we do like and an L to the things that we don't like. It's on you.
All right, here we go. Positivity or negativity first?
Let's do some positivity first.
Cool. My first dub is going out to Mr. Nathan Afobe, 4-star offensive line recruit out of not out of Michigan, coming to Michigan, out of Texas, I believe it is. Fun fact: his mother, best friends with David Ojabo's mom. Man, look at them Michigan ties.
Yeah, what is up with y'all in these?
Look at the Michigan ties.
A lot of African names.
Yeah, man. Hey. You mad about?
No, I
about
want them
about
to come to.
No, they're more comfortable in Michigan. We treat them right.
Not sure how. The weather's probably worse up there than it is in Ohio.
It's not about the weather. It's how we treat them.
Again, not sure how when we're the ones with, a nice little Somalian, Ethiopian.
Nah, fam. Nah. Don't be acting like Ohio.
Ghanaian.
Don't act like Ohio State just mess with all of them out here. Like
I'm talking about Columbus.
In the community. Yeah. Columbus has that. Ohio State does not.
So if anywhere, they should feel comfortable right here in Columbus.
Yeah, Columbus, Ohio State. Two different.
Well, also a huge international student base.
Again, how often do those kids get off campus and see those communities?
So then they should come and see
no.
our African
Or
community.
you can go to a campus where the community is already ingrained to the people that live there.
Again, Columbus, African communities.
And Ohio State is ingrained with the African communities, are they?
We're working on it.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Anyways, shout out to Nathan. Nice to have you. Another addition. Great offensive line addition. Can't wait to see you play. My next dub is going out to Mrs. Courtney Michelle, who seemed to have the entire fan base of Black Panther in an absolute tizzy for about the last week since she put out her Black Panther review.
So I just left seeing Wakanda Forever, and I'm pissed. I am pissed because if pushing an agenda was a movie, this would be in the forefront of that. This was Woman King on steroids. If you think that I'm going to believe 100-pound black woman soaking wet is just an almighty warrior and can just body dudes like it's no tomorrow, come on. Like, instead of Wakanda, it should have been called Where Are the Men? Because they was not there, they were not present, and the ones that was there was weak. But all the women that was in the movie was just brolic, built, strong Hercules. What is this saying to us? Perpetuating the idea of the strong black woman and a subservient black effeminate man. I just think it's disgusting. I'm completely upset by the movie. And, man, if this Kyrie Irving didn't teach me anything, it's when you put your life, career in the hands of other people that don't look like you, then they can make you do whatever they want you to do. And this movie does not represent what African culture is. It doesn't represent what our culture needs to be. So, I'm good on Wakanda. Where all the men.
Popped up out of nowhere. I hadn't even heard about her channel until she put out a review that was almost as if like she hadn't been paying attention to Recast T'Challa, and then she went to see the movie and said, WTF? Like, what?
Which is possible.
Why are the men stupid? Where did they go? Should have recast T'Challa. Blah, yada, yada,
Yes.
But a pretty basic summation of what we've been saying, for better or worse.
With a lot of, at least casuals.
Mm-hmm. But man, they drug her. I kept seeing her name everywhere. Now, I believe she's somewhere around like 20,000 subscribers now. So it definitely
Where was
worked
she
out
at
for
before?
her. I have no idea. I didn't know her before.
But she went down
No, up.
Oh, she went up. Okay.
Up. Yeah.
Got you.
Climbing,
Got you.
yeah.
Well, that's good.
So shout out to her. I will definitely watch the review in full in preparation and creating our own.
Well, she ain't the only one that's had a lot going on since their Black Panther review. Supes has been going through it.
Yeah, man. Y'all are so funny, though, because that man, that guy, because somebody told me he was a kid. That is not a kid.
No,
that is a grown ass man.
That's a
grown ass man.
Grown man. But I guess, his backlash isn't coming from, it was at first.
No, it's literally coming from MCU fans. It's the only people.
Well,
and probably MCU Black Panther. I can't say Black Panther fans because it's the MCU. It's the casual fans that are like jumping down his throat, which is his main audience.
Well, now what I was saying was initially, yes, he had a lot of hate coming from his Wakanda Forever review because he said he felt a kind of way about some of the things that happened.
Because he felt weird because they tried to monetize off a man's death.
Yes.
He's a human.
Yes.
He has a heart.
Absolutely. But then it came out that Supes is kind of an asshole. So now he's dealing with separate backlash, but a lot of backlash.
Yo, so what? What? You could be the worst person on the earth, and if you say something that's right, you're still right. I could be the worst piece of shit that has ever graced this earth, and if I say something that is correct, it is still correct. Who I am has no bearing on whether or not the things that are coming out of my mouth are true.
He's essentially Fresh and Fit when they went at Abba and Preach. We're
better than you niggas.
We are better than you niggas. Period.
Yeah, that's Supes behind the camera. Like he's plotting on niggas and all sorts of shit.
Okay, I don't care. I've never wanted to know anything about that guy.
Yeah.
He just gave an honest opinion about something that happened in the movie at a time where most of you hadn't even seen it.
Yeah, that's true too. I don't know. Just throwing that out there. That he's having a hell of a time.
He can be a dog shit person and also have a solid critique of something that you all just readily accept because Marvel.
Yeah. Yep.
Yay. Black Death. Let's get on to my L's list. First one. It's going out to Mr. RJ Young.
Oh, God.
I know you thought it was over, but it's not, bruh. Tell me you are a biased hack without telling me you're a biased hack. Because for 12 straight weeks, I've watched RJ Young get up there, and it's been an evolution. Only it's been the same turd evolving every damn week. I'm not sure about Michigan. They lost this person, they lost that person. Then we come out in the first couple of weeks and put up 20 sacks. Oh, well, I just don't know if they're going to be able to do it. Can they really go on the road with this young QB? We go beat Iowa on the road. Oh, well, it's only Iowa, and, nothing's even going to matter until we get to Ohio State. The question is, can they remain unbeaten until they get there? We're unbeaten. We are 11-0. Your team has 5 losses. Now, you would think there wouldn't be a more stark comparison for you to draw on how elite Michigan has been this season as compared to what your team has put on the field. You would think that looking at 5-5, you'd be able to see good when you see it. But see, you just don't want to trust your lying eyes. Because every week there's a caveat with you. Every single week, Michigan's not a playoff team without Blake Corum. Let's take away the fact that you just erased an entire person in Donovan Edwards. I guess he's no good, right? Let's set that to the side. Is Ohio State a playoff team without C.J. Stroud? No, I need you to answer that.
Oh, you need me to answer
Yes.
that? So I guess Kyle McCord would be a first-year starter.
Yes or no, Josh? Are you a playoff contender without C.J. Stroud?
I'll say
not a
no.
hard. Thank you.
Well,
thank you. Just leave it at that. This is not about you. Leave it at that. Is Georgia a playoff team without Stetson Bennett?
No.
Is TCU a playoff team without Max Duggan?
No. Well, no. TCU, no.
USC without Caleb Williams?
No.
Thank you, RJ Young, for stating the most obvious thing in all of college football. A playoff team is no longer a playoff team without their best player. You idiot. You said absolutely nothing about nothing just to make sure you didn't have to give Michigan a credit. Something that you've been running from since week 1. Stop running, boy. Pay the piper. How many wins do we got to hang?
You got your 11.
Shit. At this rate, we'd have to win a national championship, take the bus down to Norman, Oklahoma, beat his squad thoroughly, just for him to say that we was the national champs.
I mean, you could do it.
It's one thing to have an angle to rile up a fan base. It's another one to just be an ass. That's where we at with it. You don't like Michigan? I'd rather you just not talk about them on your program at all than these lame brain ass takes. Here you go wanting to talk about the tunnel. The tunnel? The tunnel? Not the 11-0, but the tunnel. You know what? You deserve all of the football misery that you get ready to have until Brent Venables leaves. You deserve it. You deserve it. You don't be fair, the football gods will judge you accordingly. Charlottesville. Officially the most racist place in America for me. I think they've surpassed Boston. I think they have handily surpassed Boston as the most racist place in America.
That's a tough thing to do.
I can't see it any other way.
I mean, I'm not arguing that it's the truth. I guess I'm just saying it's a really tough thing to do. And if you did it, then
like we had the Nazis in what 20
I don't even remember what
whatever
20
2019 18 whenever.
Yeah.
Then you had the girl who got ran over by a challenger. Right, because she was at the rally.
Okay. Oh yeah, afterward, after the you will not replace us.
the day after
they had another.
They had homeboy drive. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
And now unfortunately we have the untimely passing, or murder, of 3 University of Virginia football players, which I didn't know that school was in Charlottesville.
I didn't either before.
Would never, ever, never, ever send my kids to go play football there. Ever.
Would have thought it'd
for
been
no reason whatsoever.
Richmond or something.
Yeah, I don't know where I thought it was, but not Charlottesville. You know, shout out to Tony Elliott. I know he's going through it. I know everybody at that university is going through it. They had an active shooter. There was one hero, and I don't have his name in front of me, but he actually ended up getting hit going back to save somebody. And he was in critical condition. I hope he's pulling through. But for the 3 guys that lost their life, man, obviously the same way we were just talking about Shaquilla Robinson, man. It's a terrible thing, man. Somebody lost a kid. Mm-hmm. That shit actually brought a tear to my eye watching that shit on game day on Saturday, because like they sent their kids to college to go learn, to go become men, to become better students and football players. And where are your kids safe in America if not college?
School.
Like, it's almost too much to take, man. It is too much to take. Again, I pray for them and their families, and just hope that, you know, the entire school and the team are able to find a way to overcome this, because that's gotta be devastating. Yeah, nothing short of it.
No, I mean, well, obviously the families are the biggest thing here, but you know the community, the school itself, you know, it's tough for everybody.
The kids ain't asked for that, man, and you know, that shit sucks. Yeah, it really sucks.
Yeah.
Next one, let's get to Creed 3. It's my next L. So apparently, the franchise cornerstone that is Sylvester Stallone, Mr. Rocky himself, is not very happy with the direction of the 3rd movie. It says he probably won't ever watch it. So I don't know if we actually talked about this on the show or not, but there was an interview with Stallone where he was kind of detailing what connections he has to the 3rd movie or what have you. Again, this is the first one that Michael B. Jordan's going to be writing and directing. Mm-hmm. I think Coogler may be a producer on this one, but he's not writing the script this time or directing.
Yeah.
He wasn't asked to be back. When Michael B. Jordan was asked about it, he just said that he felt like the franchise or that Adonis should have a movie to himself, which I'm not mad at all. I actually think that they probably should have made it that way in its entirety, so that he didn't have to rest so much on
Rocky.
on Rocky and his story. But they didn't, and they literally made the Creed franchise about Adonis carrying on Rocky's legacy. So I don't know how much sense it makes to do away with it in the third movie of all of them, if this is supposed to be the wrap up of some sort. In any case, they chose to go in another direction. He's obviously not a fan of let's just say a certain director's artistic style and the way that he likes to bring characters and story arcs to life. He just felt like the franchise was always something about triumph and overcoming, the worst parts of life and things of that nature. And he felt like this new direction is kind of very sad, and people have enough of that in their life. I'm paraphrasing, but that's essentially what he said. People have enough sadness in their real life. It doesn't really need to go to the movie theater to see that. And, for better or worse, I guess I kind of agree. But
I was gonna say on that literal quote, yeah, no, I guess I agree with that.
Yeah.
But I guess if you're talking about the fact of Rocky being around triumph, where do you get triumph from besides situations like this?
Yeah, I mean, again, we don't know what's going to happen in the movie. He knows, we don't.
Okay, fair enough.
So I have no idea. I can say that the premise is it's not too far off from any of the other Rocky movies. You got, well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
It's a lot more urban than any Rocky movie.
Yeah, but the premise that's being presented is much overdone. Like it's much maligned. It's been rinsed, washed, repeated, washed, repeated.
We discussed that before.
Yeah, the only leeway I'm kind of giving him is that this is his first time wearing both hats and starring in the movie, Michael B. Jordan. So we're given a very recognized plot, then that just shows me that we're going to need even more on the side of cinematography and the twist and motivations and things of that nature to kind of make it stand out from any of the litany of boxing movies where one guy gave up his life for the other guy to be a star, and now they come together as a clash of titans. So
one thing is also true. Man, if Jonathan Majors isn't out here getting every single
paid,
role.
He getting paid.
I just seen another one where he's in like a
fighter
war
pilot.
movie.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh my God. Like the amount of movies he has from like now till like at least summer 2023. He has at least 4 movies?
Yeah, no, that boy eating. He has been tapped. So
Creed 3, Ant-Man, the fighter pilot movie. No, I think there's something else. I don't know.
Doing good.
That's a lot.
Doing good.
Yeah.
And then he'd have to be. He's going to be in Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars.
Yep.
So man, he's up.
Up heavy.
I got a couple more things before I want to remount the ADL for coming after Chappelle. First thing is the Thunderbolts news.
Oh yeah.
So there has been a casting call for the Thunderbolts that's calling for a villainous Superman type of threat. People have started to speculate who that could be, especially with the talks of Squadron Supreme showing up here in the MCU soon. Thoughts of maybe Hyperion coming to the table. The reason why this news is interesting to me is because it also comes at a time where Disney is going to be looking to get skinny. At least that's what the official word from Bob Paycheck is. If they're getting skinny, then that means they're going to be leaning on existing properties and not so much invested into new properties. So anything that does get greenlit as a new property is probably going to be heavily emphasized and done with enough for it to make sense financially. We're not going to see any more Monica Rambeau introductions where we have to pay an actor like Tiana Paris money to sit on the sidelines. That's a waste. You know, we're not going to see characters like Icarus or Shang-Chi or Kamala Khan pop up one time every 2 years. You know, if they're going to be on screen and we're going to be giving these guys these multi-million-dollar contracts, then it has to make sense fiscally. So, with that being said, if we're bringing in Hyperion and Squadron Supreme, could something like Blue Marvel maybe not be too far behind if we're going to do it right? Maybe Paycheck takes a look and says, people don't really... Paycheck. God, why do I keep doing that? I had a football coach named Coach Paycheck before in high school. It's coming back to me. If he looks at it and says, we got that Yahya Mateen dude over there, paying him around like $10, $15 million. Now, we can do this mini-series about Simon Williams that nobody knows or gives a damn about. Or we could have Hyperion versus Blue Marvel. Which one is a better investment of my $15 million? Two Superman-like figures that everybody's going to immediately gravitate to because that's basic superhero math? Or some guy named Simon Williams that no one gives a damn about and we're going to have to invest a lot of time and money into even building up his story?
Or you can make Ghost Blue Marvel.
Ghost.
Yeah, James St. Patrick.
Amari Hardwick? Yeah. Stop it. Stop. Oh, my God.
Hashtag Ghost for Blue Marvel.
If they are going to be shelling out all this money for these A-list actors to try to pull them out of this rut, they're going to want to put it on something recognizable and not so much something that no one knows of right now, but 10 years from now it'll really pay off. They don't have that anymore. See, when you're accidentally pooping billion-dollar films, it gets real easy to start playing long game. Mm-hmm. But when you need these movies to make money all of a sudden, well, now the scope gets a lot more defined.
Yeah.
The direction gets a lot more defined. Mm-hmm. You know, the plots get a lot less grandiose and a little bit more to the point. So we shall see, but I am cautiously optimistic.
I just want to know who they're going to get to play Hyperion, because I would have thought a lot of people would have wanted to see Henry
Cavill. Yes.
I remember there was a interview that E-Man did with Alan Richardson, who Thad Castle from Blue Mountain State. He also played in...
Is he the new Jack Reacher?
I was just about to say.
Okay. Yeah. He's in Titans, too.
Okay. Yeah. I've seen some people saying him as well. I've seen some people say Liam Hemsworth.
No.
I don't know. This would be interesting to see who they get to play that character.
Yeah. Great segue. Thor. Potentially, taking a step back for the time being. It is was let out that Chris Hemsworth has a genetic predisposition towards Alzheimer's. Mm-hmm. Which is really shitty. It sucks.
Yeah.
Very sorry to hear that, fam.
And from what I'm seeing, like the predisposition makes it like a much higher, much
risk.
much higher percentage.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's gonna go the Bruce Willis route, which it would seem that he has a lot more time.
Yeah.
To just make as many movies as you possibly can, because when Bruce Willis got that news and we didn't even know. It was just like movie after movie after movie after movie. I was like, why is Bruce Willis making all of these crappy films? Is he was just trying to make a lot of movies before he wasn't able to do so anymore?
Yeah.
Either that, or there's also been speculation that maybe his family is pressuring him to do that, in anticipation of having to live off of that, which is kind of sick. But, I don't know.
Yeah.
Last thing. The Anti-Defamation League called Dave Chappelle's stand-up monologue on Saturday Night Live a couple weeks ago anti-Semitic.
No.
Y'all are embarrassing yourselves at this point. Just say that he is talking about white guys and you don't like it. Just say that. Say that. We don't have to put all the extra labels on it that don't apply.
Yeah.
It's not anything phobic. It's not anything ism. He is calling out the white guys. What did he even say? When you call when there's black guys, it's
people.
a gang. Yeah, if it's
When it's
Italians,
a group
it's
of
a
Italians.
mob. If it's Jews, you can't talk about it. That's the anti-Semitism? Was that the anti-Semitism? Okay, so then blacks are gangs. We're fine. Italians are mafia. We're good. When it's Jews, you can't talk about that's anti-Semitic.
Yeah, that's a problem.
First of all, that is a reaction that you only get from white men and white women.
Yep.
And since I don't hear white women coming up out of their neck saying that it's anti-Semitic, I'm just going to naturally assume it's white guys.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they were chomping at the bits to hear somebody say something and
The
immediately
minute he
call
said
it out.
anything about Jews, it was going to be anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
Literally saying the word Jews is enough to be deemed as anti-Semitic. He didn't say anything else that's derogatory.
Yeah.
It literally reminds me of that joke he was telling in Sticks and Stones where he was talking to the producer of Comedy Central and was like, man, y'all let me say nigga all up and down these airwaves 100%, and I am not one. But yet I say agate one time, and you got to call me in the office?
Mm-hmm.
Dog, never mind. It's not worth that much. But screw the ADL. And moving on. I think that's it for my list.
That's it.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's start off with my dubs. So last week we didn't actually get to address it because it happened like after we recorded, I think. But thank you guys for 2,000 subs.
Oh, yeah.
We definitely appreciate that.
For sure.
Trying to make our way to 2,500, 5,000, 10,000. Keep doing what you guys do, enjoying the content, sharing the content, doing all that stuff. We really appreciate that.
Appreciate y'all.
All right. First dub, or I guess second dub, goes to the fact that we supposedly might get a Cardi album in 2023. Now, we've been holding out for quite a while. It's been some years.
Since 2018?
Now. It's been some
It's
years.
been 5 years, Cardi.
But supposedly we're getting that album in 2023. So she's been a little active lately.
Look, man, give me the work. Okay? 5 years is too long. That's insane.
It is.
Megan's put out 3 albums in that time.
Yeah. Yeah, no, a lot of people have put out multiple albums.
Like that's OD, Cardi. Now, she had a kid and, stuff with Offset and all that other stuff, but make the music. That's kind of the point.
Also, coming in 2023, confirmation, Bel Air Season 2.
Hey!
February 2023.
Bet.
They already got
there.
a teaser trailer for it.
I'm hype.
A quick teaser. I guess it just kind of has Will walking through and saying, a little monologue over some clips, but no. We'll see. But
I'm hype.
February 2023, we're getting Bel Air Season 2.
We need to make sure Lisa got her act right together. We got to make sure Aunt Viv ain't her playing around with Mickey Blue Eyes over there.
Facts.
Got to make sure
Carlton.
Uncle Phil back on his thug thizzle. You know what I'm saying? Get his household together.
Out of rehab.
You know what I'm saying? Got to get my boy Jeffrey back in the
Jeffrey
fold.
the Hitman. Yep.
We got to get Jazz into an apartment with Coco so he can, have a little baby Jazz. You know what I'm saying?
And
little Uncle Jazz Jr.
and Ashley with her.
And she got to say something other than anything having to do with her sexuality, and we be cool.
Get her a speaking role in general.
Yeah, or just let her talk. Yeah, she can talk about her sexuality. Just let her speak. Let her talk.
Let her out of her room every once in a while. I'm excited though. That was a good show last year, so
I'm ready.
Definitely ready. On to my L's. I'm giving an L to Saweetie. Speaking of Blasian people, she is out here.
Blasian, is she? Yeah. Which one of her parents is Asian?
Her mom, I think.
Oh.
So Saweetie just dropped an EP.
Oh my God. How did she escape my L list for this? I need you to look right here into my eyes to feel every last syllable of what I am about to say. You are a awful person.
Yes.
You are a piece of shit. You are terrible. You're awful. And if you actually fucked Offset, you're even worse.
Well,
you're
I think
even worse.
Based off of the lyrics that people were saying, because I ain't listening to the shit. She apparently made some sort of allusion to Lil Baby.
I don't care. because what I care about is you taking this time right now,
Literally the worst time.
right now, to take shots at your ex,
Literally.
so
the
you
worst
can
time.
sell records. That's ugly, man. That's so terrible.
Yeah.
What is wrong with y'all? What's up with y'all? Is this clout really worth all of that? You can't spend it. You can't buy nothing with it. You don't take it with you when you die. You can't pass it on to your kids. Well, you can pass clout on too. Why are y'all such bad people? My brother just died. You think I want to hear EP talking about you and our relationship that ended a couple of months ago? Do you think I care anything about what you got? You don't even care about what I got going on. You just want to say something about me in the public so that your album will sell. Right now. Of all times.
Literally the worst time. And you knew it was the worst time. Who didn't know?
I'm starting to believe the she fucked Offset stuff. Because I couldn't fathom it in the first place. I'm like, damn, his uncle? Like, for real? That's what you on? Wait, no, he's Quavo's uncle.
No, Quavo is Takeoff's uncle.
Gross. His nephew? Wait, Takeoff's uncle.
Yeah.
Quavo is Takeoff's uncle. I thought, Offset.
Quavo and Offset are cousins.
Cousins. So it's cousin. Starting to believe it. Because you don't got no scruples. You don't got no scruples.
Yep.
You'll talk about your ex a week after his homeboy died. You don't care. Put it on the EP. Why?
My next and last L is going to Tennessee fans.
Uh-oh.
Just because we've already discussed them getting absolutely shit on by South Carolina. And a few weeks ago, when the College Football Playoff Committee announced that Tennessee would be number 1 in the first playoff ranking, I decided to, just peruse around Twitter and see what everybody was talking about. There was a lot of arrogant Tennessee fans just kind of talking about how, yeah, we should be number 1 and blah, 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 blah. Ohio State sucks. And, they also said Michigan sucks too. But
2 losses later.
Jesus Christ. 31-63. I had to go back to that thread. And
Hey, but the offense looks great. They threw for like 400 yards. They're great. Offense is great. Man, I love how they score long touchdowns. They just throw the ball really long downfield. It really helps to soothe the 2 losses.
31-63. I had to go back and find that thread and talk my shit again.
I would too.
Don't get out here arrogant as hell when you have flaws just like every other team.
Boy, Tennessee ain't been nothing since like 05. Tennessee
and that's the crazy
ain't
thing.
Been no threat.
How can you be so arrogant when you literally just became relevant this year?
Yo, it ain't been nothing going on in Rocky Top for a long time. So I understand the excitement. I do. I get it. Hello. I get it. But fam, do something first. Do something, make it through the season, at least.
You get a couple ranked wins, and now all of a sudden you're the best team in college football.
They shit. They lose it.
Crazy. I got a toss-up, though.
Mm-hmm.
So, Meek is dropping an album. He's dropping... So, he had a mixtape series called Flamers back before he became Dream Chasers and Maybach. Mm-hmm. And so, he's dropping Flamers 5. On Monday, apparently. So tomorrow. And I guess it'll already be out by the time we drop this. But anyway, so he's dropping it, but then he also pondered on Twitter whether or not he should basically give it out through Cash App, like taking Cash App from people and then giving them the album, which I want to at one level commend it because...
Did he make the album himself or did he make it with the label? Did he make it with Maybach?
I don't know if he's Maybach anymore.
Or whoever he's signed to.
Because it's technically... I'm thinking maybe it's technically a mixtape, so I guess it wouldn't...
Oh, yeah, I'd sell that shit on my trunk.
But the reason being is that, obviously, artists get a certain cut from these DSPs, Apple Music, Spotify, but it's so low per stream that it's almost not worth it at some level.
Yeah. It's almost the same way... Well, it's kind of worse. That these, social media platforms pay for views. Like there's a real similarity to TikTok's structure of paying their creators. And the
TikTok is way worse.
The recording.
YouTube is bad.
Is
but
it though?
TikTok is
well, not worse than you. Obviously, it's worse than YouTube. I mean, worse than the record industry.
Oh yeah. No,
like they're getting paid like half a penny, half of a penny.
It's like a percentage
per stream. It's terrible.
And depending on what DSP it is, it's really bad. It's like multiple zeros.
And then if you're over there on TikTok, they only giving you about 25% of whatever you gross over there. So it's like,
and that's the thing about TikTok is that it's so easy to get like at the very least thousands of views.
I seen one dude over there, man. He had got his account up to 1 million subscribers. He was bringing home $200 checks for 1 million subscribers. Do y'all understand how unholy that number is? 1 million people subscribed, and you bringing home $200 checks.
Yeah, that's nuts. That's nuts,
bruh.
Because at some level,
that's
advertising wise, you're getting eyes on your profile.
They're stealing, y'all. Like I get that we want to keep the social media platforms free and we want to keep them as open as we could. You kind of missed that boat. You probably should have hopped on it when we were talking net neutrality long ass time ago. Thanks. But I understand that. But at this point, what we're allowing them to do is just steal from us, and we're creating what it is they sell. The platform is nothing without the content. Mm-hmm. The platform means absolutely nothing without the content that's put on there. And we're letting them steal the majority of the profit for something that they have no hand in creating. They don't edit it. They don't produce it. They don't do anything extra to push it. They tell you that it's a free, a very objective algorithm that pushes your stuff. So even from that stance alone, what warrants them the majority of the money? They're stealing. All of them. You too. Y'all know y'all stealing. Oh, y'all know y'all don't care.
They're high-key back stealing from the whole demonetization thing.
You don't care. Again. Y'all know y'all just don't give a damn. Y'all gonna make somebody drag y'all into Congress.
Yeah.
In front of a Senate committee, because y'all just stealing hand over fist.
There's a lot of people, not just us, dealing with the whole demonetization and age restriction thing.
Yeah, it's theft.
Yeah, 1,000%. But anyway, so Meek is wondering if he should just cash at people and just give the album to people. Because, I mean, at the very least, even if he sold it for $1, he's making more off of people wanting the album than he would through DSPs and whatnot. Mm. Now you have to look at whether or not people are willing to pay $1 when they can get music for free on these
Why
platforms.
doesn't he try to sell it as a non-fungible NFT?
Well, he said that on one of his previous projects. He said he wanted to do that. But I don't know how popular that is. NFTs as a whole has gotten much backlash.
Did you hear, bruh?
Speed?
No.
Oh. That's something we should probably talk about too. But
Speed.
The homeboy that you were going to give a dub to, but then I showed you his video and you decided against it. The nigga who was in his video.
I'm sorry.
You don't remember that?
What?
You don't remember it? I showed you that. It was like a couple weeks ago.
Oh, the black dude. The black dude. Yeah. I wasn't giving him a dub. I was just trying to tell people he got arrested.
Oh, okay. Well, we got to talk about something.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. No, I was going to bring up the fact that crypto is bankrupt.
Oh, yeah.
And Kate Cunningham and Odell Beckham Jr., I think it was, took almost 100% of their contracts in crypto.
Yikes. I do remember them doing that.
Like, Kate Cunningham, I guess, rookie mistakes, even though that was supposed to be a whopper right there.
Yeah.
And you asked for it in crypto?
That was just a stupid move. Both of those are just stupid moves to begin with.
And then OBJ, it's even worse because you're not even working right now, player.
Yeah.
You don't even got no job.
Ugh.
And you just sitting over here with crypto. Damn, sucks to suck.
Yeah, no, that sucks. Okay. Let's talk about how great NFTs are. Well, I guess let's talk about how great influencers are. Mm-hmm. This is more on influencers. So, Twitch streamer / YouTuber iShowSpeed, who is known for some crazy shit, went on to a stream that was essentially sponsored by one of these NFT crypto companies because there's a shit ton of those who are scams, which is why...
That's why they get dude to come on here and tell you it's safe.
Well, hold on. So... Obviously, there's a lot of bad faith companies that enter into this industry, and they're all scams. There's a shit ton of these. And so iShowSpeed had a stream that was sponsored by one of these companies. And what the company was providing was essentially they were going to give Speed the chance to meet Cristiano Ronaldo. And so that's what the stream was.
How the fuck were they going to set that up?
Well, they supposedly the company was bringing Cristiano Ronaldo. And so it's supposed to be this company presents Speed meeting Cristiano Ronaldo.
His ass up out the World Cup right now. How the hell y'all gonna
hold that thought? So this also kind of makes sense because Speed just recently made a song for the World Cup, not officially for them, but like he made a World Cup song.
Okay.
So and then I think he mentioned Cristiano Ronaldo in the song. Okay. So what actually happens is they bring a Cristiano Ronaldo impersonator who looks like him. Who looks like him. If I can at least give him that. He did look like him. I would have been fooled. And so in the chat, all of bros, like the complete chat was just going off about how this cryptocurrency company was a scam. And so then Speed goes off mic supposedly, and he's like trying to figure out how he can turn this whole thing around because he's seeing the chat turn against him, like live. And so he's like, man, I don't know. Like, how can we turn it around? Mind you, he thinks he's gone off mic, but the mic is still on. And so then he gets back on. He starts telling chat, like, I can't believe you guys would think this low of me to try to present you guys with a scam and all this shit. And so then a couple of people have done videos on it, and like one of the videos that I saw is of a person who actually spoke with the company, and the company is run by a couple of idiots who probably have money, but they're a couple of idiots, to say the least. Like they started the NFT company, and they started this cryptocurrency company. They even started a game which they call an indie game, but the graphics are worse than PS2 graphics. Like it's all shit. The whole entire company is shit, and the premise of the company is essentially a Ponzi scheme. And so if you're trying to sit there and advertise said Ponzi scheme to a bunch of teenagers who watch Speed, who probably don't even have money to invest in, well, their parents do have money, so I guess that's shit. But to shape impressionable minds into trying to buy into this crypto company, and then for them to, as you're presenting it to them, for them to find out that it's shit and it's a scam, that's nuts. But you know what? I'm not going to shit on him necessarily, or as much, because at the end of the day, I think he's only 17. I think he's 17 or 18.
17? I don't.
Like, he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
He knew what he was doing for sure. But at the end of the day, like, I don't think you can grasp fully the idea of selling yourself out for this company.
Especially if your parents are letting you do it too. So, like, if no one around you is telling you, hey, sit your ass down and stop, then...
You know what I mean?
I guess.
But the company is dog shit. The company is absolutely dog shit for trying to scam effectively all these kids.
I had two things I want to talk about before we get out of here because they just came to my mind.
Sure.
First thing is 21 Savage. What the hell is wrong with that man? What's up with him? He done had a rough week. What the fuck going on with 21?
First of all, the Nas thing was crazy.
Ever since Drake started singing to him, he started fucking up.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Drake, he can't do nothing for you no more.
Absolutely not.
He can't do nothing for you. He ain't doing this thing with you no more. Cause he tripping.
Yeah.
First, Nas is both irrelevant but makes good ass music. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then a month after we supposed to put the guns down, stop rapping the gun bars, you gonna shoot Waka Flocka because he's following you in a celebrity basketball game. You gonna shoot him. You gonna shoot him?
Nuts.
I'm not getting back in, because they foul me again, I'm going to shoot, bro. I ain't getting back in.
Walk us out there. Walk on the floor. Come on with it.
I don't care. I ain't getting on the floor.
You can't do that.
Yes,
brother.
I can. Yes, I can. Y'all getting away with fouls, I'm gonna get mad and beat one of these referees up, bro.
Absolutely not.
Bro, they foul me again. I'ma shoot these niggas.
Yeah, 21. You got
shooting.
Chill. You got chill. It's almost like that's really not who his character is, but he had to
And
play
he
up the
just
character.
like when that rap persona shit gets you out your hookup.
Yeah.
I'd have much rather than fuck around and been like, you're in the wrong ends, bruv. Not
That
from
would've
my
been
side of town, eh?
That'd have been hilarious.
Not from my side, eh? Be a cold day in London, bruv.
Yikes.
Cold day.
Was it those two things? Or
Nope.
you had another thing? Okay.
Nope.
All right, go ahead.
EDP made an appearance.
Another appearance?
EDP made an appearance. I don't know who the guy was that actually covered him, but they were talking about it on playback. And, boy. So clearly he didn't go to jail. Nothing happened to him.
Yeah.
And that was mostly because the guys who had all the evidence were
fucked it up.
literally stepping all over it as they're compiling it. But you should have heard the tough shit he was talking. I was just thinking the whole time I should have brought my Glock. Do you remember seeing how scared he was?
Yes.
With these two random white boys pressing him.
Yeah.
I just want to know, are you guys cops? And the minute they said no, you stayed.
You're going to shoot the guy that you were trying to fist bump?
Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, no, I was just coming to get some cupcakes and, but I mean, obviously you guys saw all the sexual stuff, so that's not true. Like,
Jesus Christ.
when was you gonna shoot him, bro? When was you gonna shoot him? When was you gonna shoot him? When was you gonna do it? As you were running away and they said they were gonna call the cops, that's when you was gonna turn around and shoot him? Bow! Or was it when they were reading the specific nasty things that you were sending to a girl that you thought was 16? And how he just boils it down to like, yeah, you know, people on the internet and you know, SJWs and stuff, man, trying to call me this and that. You were messaging someone that you thought was 16 years old.
And saying some crazy shit.
There's no way to get out of this.
You are a liar. You are a liar.
Even crazier was the guy who was trying to interview him. He was like, yeah, man, you know, it sounded kind of crazy. And honestly, those guys could have went to jail for impersonating a police officer.
What?
Yo, reach.
I don't think they ever did that.
He asked them flat out, are you guys cops? And they said no. There's no reasonable claim of false imprisonment or anything or misidentifying. You asked them straight up, are you cops? And you sat there and bumbled through your words for the 20 minutes with them. For what reason, I have no idea. I have no clue. But I'm just saddened to see that nothing came of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'm not all
Other
that
than the fact that he's lost his
considering-
platform.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm not all that surprised considering, like I said, those homeboys fucked shit up.
Yeah.
So, anyway, any other dubs, L's, anything else that we need to talk about?
Nope.
I
I think I got through it all.
All right, bet.
Give us your dubs and L's in the comment prompt below. Make sure you tell us what you thought of ours as well. Like, share, and subscribe. Come back next Wednesday at 10 a.m. for another Dubs and L's.
Absolutely. And make sure you check out our previous Dubs and L's and our W's and L's playlist. Catch up on some of the things that we talked about in previous weeks. And then make sure you, like he said, subscribe because we like to do this every Wednesday at 10 o'clock.